Well, good Tuesday morning. It is Pastor Robbie coming to you from the city of Columbia, South Carolina this morning. It's a beautiful morning here in the city of Columbia, and it is Tuesday. It is July the 28th, 2026. Reading from the book of Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage, fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. So that is Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, and then 1 Peter 5, 7 and 8. 1 Peter 5, 7 and 8. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So that is some of our memory verses this morning. My wife and I have been working on, and I have been working on individually as well. I'm going to put the camera in the window. Just made a delivery here in the city of Columbia, and getting ready to head for our final delivery up the road here back towards Charlotte and the city of Fort Mill, South Carolina. So that is right on the state line. So it is a little way from where I am presently, but I'll take you through the city of Columbia this morning. Got to go right through the heart of downtown Columbia to get out of here where I'm at presently. Just south of the fairgrounds. I just took a couple pictures and put them on here of the fairgrounds. And the South Carolina University Stadium also is going to be up here on the right. But it is a mild morning, obviously, here in July, late July, the last Tuesday of July. Got a little haze in the air, calling for a little severe weather to come through a little later on this evening. And you can see that rocket ship looking thing up there ahead of us. That is the state fairgrounds here in Columbia. Had a whole lot of activity there when I came by, so I don't know what they got going on today at the fairgrounds. There's an East Coast metal distributor there on the right. We got one of those in Greensboro, so they got one here in Columbia also. Gas prices $3.66 and $5.16 for diesel. But that is the fairgrounds right there, straight ahead of us, where that rocket ship is, the fence surrounding the fairgrounds. And I will take the camera, since I'm sitting here safely at the light, and look over here at the stadium over here, South Carolina Stadium. It is a beautiful summer morning here. It's been a good ride down here, smooth, no problems, no worries this morning. I didn't have a lot of freight going to the last place, but I think it was about 12 or 15 feet of the truck. Looks like the rest of it about 15 feet. Be going to the next place. So I have a challenge ahead of me tomorrow as Fredericksburg, Virginia. 4 hours, 15 minutes will be my first stop, and then the second stop in Richmond. So tomorrow will be a lengthy day. My day will begin at 12:25 tonight as I see things this morning, by the grace and mercy of the Lord. A whole lot of people going into those fairgrounds today. they got going on there, but I'm going to be taking a left here on South Carolina 48 and heading back up towards town here. Starting to see the downtown skyline there as soon as we turn left and head into the city here. Got Lyons General Store here on the corner. South Carolina 48 is also known as George Rogers Boulevard there. I'm turning left on here. South Assembly Street it becomes on the other side here though. Let's see, where were we yesterday? I had to deliver the first stop on yesterday to Lexington, North Carolina. Then the second stop was downtown Charlotte, a little south of downtown, actually in the southern part of Charlotte, but in the inner city. We are quite a ways from water for a man to be pulling a boat that size down the road, but maybe he's heading to the coast. Downtown Columbia coming up, and I'll give you a ride through downtown, and then we'll stop the video on the other side of our town here. Capital City this morning. I breezed on through it when I came through about 6:30, 6:45 this morning. Didn't have any traffic backups or anything, so we'll see what happens this time of day. 389 and 519 respectively at that gas station there, the old Gulf style gas station. Used to see a lot more of those. So a lot of this we're going by now is to do with the University of South Carolina. All these buildings around here. University of South Carolina, that particular building says. Campus here in downtown at this time. And the sounds of downtown, the capital city this morning. It's not the typical capital city you would expect. You would expect a lot more traffic at 8:14 in the morning, but maybe a little bit different take on the downtown of a southern city here in late summer. We have just 3 days left in the month of July. We'll be getting on into August. $1.05 right there for gas there at that gas station. I did not have a price for diesel. There's the Truist building in downtown Columbia, Pendleton Street. Got the state library there to the right. See the Strong Thurman Federal building up here on the left when I was coming down this morning. Did have to sit at quite a few lights coming down when I passed through earlier, and it appears that not going to change going back. Watch live PD like I do on the A&E channel, I believe you'll know that Columbia is in Richland County, and they follow the Richland County Sheriff's Office around at times there, and they may still do today. I know the show has changed quite a bit since back in the day, but it is still the same premise. Richland County, South Carolina. It's normally about a 2.5-hour ride from the house. This morning it showed 2 hours and 53 minutes or something like that to my destination. There is a deputy sheriff for the Richland County. He says he's a peace officer. I have seen those on the show and did a little research on what the difference in a sheriff's deputy and a peace officer is. Not a lot of difference. One does more typical law enforcement, where one works in multiple jurisdictions as far as probably the Columbia and county area, and bringing the communities together with law enforcement, and they got different roles, but still a lot the same as far as they're serving the community, trying to keep the peace and enforce the laws at the same time. Probably a delicate balance in our world we're living in today. The typical Florida or South Carolina palm tree there you see on the South Carolina state symbol, anywhere that you see it, the palm tree is associated with it. But it's more of a Florida feel when you see all the palm trees that Columbia has, versus when you get to where we live, there are none. They won't grow, I guess, in our climate. But it gets a little hot down here in the summer. Today the heat index is supposed to be over 100 again, and here in the Columbia area, it gets cold down here too, don't doubt it. But it gets right hot during the summertime down here. Similar to the temperatures you'll see along the I-95 corridor up towards Fayetteville. Says Rock Hill is 73 miles here, so where I'm going is just north of there. Showing me getting there in an hour 23 minutes right now is the time is showing presently. It's kind of a busy road here coming to Elmwood Avenue here. It's also 21 and 176 and 321 and 76. So got a couple state highways there that's intersecting. Goes to I-126. It'll get you on down towards Charleston. It'll get you on up towards Spartanburg, Greenville area if you go west. Haven't been down here in Columbia maybe in a couple months. There's a Brooks Furniture Express going by. That is the old, let's see, Shelby D. Johnson Company out of Thomasville. Brooks Furniture Express bought that company some years ago. Turn left on Bull Street. Sumter, South Carolina is 45 miles straight ahead there on 76 East. You get over in that area, you're getting closer to the Florence area, Darlington, South Carolina. So it's heading towards the coast there. Had a driver down in, let's see, today is Tuesday, yesterday, Monday, we had a driver in the Myrtle Beach area to deliver. We got one today that is, let's see, the Greenville, South Carolina area where I'm in Columbia. Got one up in the Richmond area, Amelia Courthouse. One driver in Randleman, North Carolina, and covering High Point for second load. Or we'll have the one load going to Fredericksburg and Richmond, and a second driver will be in Richmond. Third driver will be in Fayetteville and going back to Sanford, and the other driver will be covering, I cannot remember where he is headed tomorrow. Fort Jackson Military Base is to the right here where you go towards Sumter. Quite a few turns to get through this town and get on the other side. There's Bull Street. Now there's the traffic coming towards town there. That's more typical of a capital city there. You see all that traffic inbound. And it is 8:24, so I guess all those folks got to be wherever they're going by 9 o'clock if I had to put a number on it. That's a lot of people over there. Wall to wall. I'm glad I'm not on that side of the road. Trying to make it in here. Yesterday morning, I had to deliver Lexington first, then go to Charlotte, but it turned out pretty good. It wasn't that bad getting into Charlotte. Could have been a lot worse. There's DSS for South Carolina going by there. It is 7.5 miles up here to where I get on northbound 77 heading towards Charlotte. So I'll be ending this video here shortly. I just wanted to show you this morning the city of Columbia, South Carolina. Chattanooga City. What it calls itself. Gonna be a beautiful day today, though. We thank God for another day of life He's given us, and the privilege to go and work and earn a living for our families. time, so I'm taking you through the city of Columbia, South Carolina today. Pray God's blessings over your life. Pray you have a good day and the rest of your day and the rest of your week goes smooth and everything happens according to the will of God in your life. In Jesus, God blessings over you today.